Okay, I'll whip through the presentation. Trigon is a TSX Venture listed copper-focused equity. And all right, this regular statement. We've got two projects. We're working on the restart of the KOMBAT mine in Namibia, and then a new exploration project in Morocco that we call Silver Hill. Quickly into Morocco as the new project. This is a jurisdiction that we're really happy to be working in. Great infrastructure, a lot of great people with know-how that we can work with, and horrendously underexplored. We identified projects literally by looking for old slags from ancient mining. We found this project. It's in the anti-Atlas region, so this is the Sahara side of the Atlas Mountains. We are about 100 kilometers from Imiter, which is about 10 million ounce per year silver producer. I can't really point on this, but if you see the little logos, Site 1 on the eastern side of the map, that's our Silver Hill project. The project has, we've identified two large structures on it that we've been able to trace for over 5 kilometers with some pretty exciting grades for both copper and silver. On the top structure, we're getting grades. This is grab sample, so there's probably a little bit of bias in there, but we've been able to consistently find high-grade mineralization at surface, and we'll be drilling that soon. So 3 to 10% copper with 200 to 750 grams per ton silver. We expect we've got a zone that's maybe 2 to 4 meters wide that dips at 30 degrees, and it looks like a sandstone that's impregnated with copper. At surface, it's mainly malachite, but as we go down, we do find bornite and chalcopyrite. It's a very dry area. So if it ends up just being the tabular body that we're seeing, it alone will be a great resource, but there's quite a lot of potential that this could be a bulk tonnage situation, and we're going to be consolidating some land packages around that and drilling it over the next few months. Our second project, and what has been the core of the company, has been the KOMBAT mine, which many of you in South Africa are familiar with. This is a mine that closed in 2007, and we're looking to restart. It's about $100 million of usable infrastructure at surface and a 45-year mine history. We've been working on revalidating some of that resource and bringing it into production. Initially, studies had been done on just the open pit potential at that project. Over the past year, we've looked at both open pit and dewatering some of the underground so that we could provide both of those into the existing mill with some upgrades, so that we could be in a position where we're producing as soon as this time next year. The study the 43-101 study shows that we could start this for just $8 million. But what we're looking at is a more comprehensive plan of doing both mill refurbishment, underground, and some underground mining. We think it would cost us up to about $30 million, but we'd end up with a much stronger project, and we've made some great progress in financing that with Chinese EPCM groups. So just on the excitement that we have around KOMBAT is, if you see on the right side, it's still it's your right side as well. On the right side of the map, this is a long section. You can see the green mined out areas and red areas with ore. So we're looking to recover some of the upper levels of ore in that mine and start our production from there. And we feel we have 8 to 10 years of mine life just doing that. But before the mine was closed, a new shaft was sunk. This is called Asses Far West, and it opens up a whole new area of resource that's all very high grade material, plus 3.7% copper. And in this time period when we're mining the historic mine, we will be opening up the Asses Far West area, and we believe that'll be the future of the project, the future of the mine, and at that stage we could look at larger production. So what we for Trigon, we're really a copper-focused story, obviously. Our view is that copper is in shorter supply around the world as less and less copper comes out of the Andes and more dependent on copper to come from Congo and Zambia. We've taken a view that by looking at copper development in favorable, safer jurisdictions, we can be a copper producer for a market that will discover that's in short supply in the near future. So that is most of our story. So here we are. I'll go into the details of Trigon. The history is this asset has been in the company for the KOMBAT asset has been in the company for about 7 years, but really work only started in 2017 on really moving the asset forward. Our team came in and took over the company really over the last year, and in that time period we put in we started our work on the Chinese finance and then adding the Moroccan asset over the last couple of months, and we're starting to see that reflect in some strength in the share price. We've got this is an older capital structure, but so we have just about 80 million shares out. We have a 20% holding from Sprott, from Eric Sprott. The Silver Corp now holds around 7 to 8%, and they're really focused on the progression of the company as a multi-jurisdictional miner, and the exploration that we're going to see out of Morocco. Anyway, that's our story. If you have any questions.